Welcome to another edition of Florida Newsmakers. I'm Tremel Gomes with our very special guest, Wansley Walters, the Secretary of the Department of Juvenile Justice. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Glad to have you here. Now let's get to it. The Dream Defenders, a student-led group, they've been holding court at Florida's Capitol. They've met with Governor Rick Scott, and they've also met with you. What are they looking for? What are their requests? What did you find from that interaction?
Well, from the vantage point of the Department of Juvenile Justice, the Dream Defenders had met with the governor, and they expressed a laundry list of concerns that they have, some of which pertain to juvenile justice. And amazingly enough, those are very deep concerns of the governor as well, and he's had us working on exactly those things. So he asked me to go talk to them about, listen to them, hear their concerns, and really see what we could do to really address these.
I know some of those things that they've raised was trying to put an end to racial profiling, calling for a special session to repeal the Stand Your Ground law, and to end or reduce the pipeline, prison to pipeline. What is the prison to pipeline? That's something your agency has been in front of.
Yes, it's really basically seen as arresting children early in the schools and sort of sending them down a trajectory or a pathway into prison. And that's something that has been a major concern of the governors and also our department. And for that reason, we crafted a roadmap to systems excellence. We've gone around the state of Florida, really asking for input and collaboration on that as we move towards our rewrite of our juvenile justice laws. And much of it focuses on the right service to the right child at the right time, and a huge emphasis on preventing children from ever coming into our system to begin with.
I know Florida's Civil Citation Initiative has also played a big role in reducing arrests, school-based arrests. Tell us about those.
The civil citation is really our opportunity to determine whether children actually need to be in our juvenile justice system. And you know, like kids act out or do something silly, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're ever going to be criminals. And we also know that a lot of children act out on issues that are going on in their lives. So this gives us as a state an opportunity to take a first-time misdemeanant and basically hold that arrest form and do an assessment, have accountability, and but really start to individualize what happens next to address the issues of that child. For example, if they have substance abuse problems, mental health problems, family problems, school problems, or really no problems, they were just acting out. And if that goes well, then they get to walk away from the situation without an arrest record. If it doesn't go well, they go into the same juvenile justice system they would be going into with the arrest. So it gives us a chance to really reduce the numbers of children going into our system, and it's been extremely successful.
I see the success, 28% decrease in school arrests.
Yes.
Now, we've talked before. Tell us about your mission to transforming the entire juvenile justice system.
Well, the juvenile justice system is very complex because we have, as I just mentioned, children who are just acting out, but you also have some children who are exhibiting serious criminal behavior. So how do we craft a system that allows us to know the difference and really be able to keep children out of the system that don't need to be there so that they don't have to carry around arrest records or really go sort of be driven deeper in the system, and allowing us to take more resources and work with the children that we're actually in business to be working with.
Mm-hmm. Now, going in, what can be done on the front end to prevent, like, you know, a child going into the system and being lost and growing up into the criminal justice system?
Well, there are so many things that we can do. We know that a lot of times arrests are made in the school, and they're really behavior problems. So by us being able to work more effectively with schools, and as a matter of fact, right now we have a pilot program going on in Palm Beach County in a high school that has a high arrest rate, high dropout rate, high suspension and expulsion, and it's proving to be very successful by us having someone present with a school system person that are really proactively addressing behavior problems and really connecting the dots to keep kids from being arrested. So there's so much we can do. Many times children have been sent to residential programs simply because community services were not available. So we've been putting more community services in place and working much harder to get to the root issue before the criminal behavior takes place.
Well, Secretary Walters, thank you so much for joining me on the program. We'll have to have you back next time.
I would love to come back. Thank you so much.
And to our viewers, thanks for joining us.